Shalom, my brothers and sisters of Israel. Now it's a beautiful fall afternoon. I have a chance to sit outside, get into this word, into this truth here that I'm going to share with some of you today. Now, I just wanted to talk about briefly the rigorous awakening that's been happening amongst our people. When I say our people, I mean the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Yes, all 12 tribes of Israel were black, quote unquote, black people. Now, this is my first video. You got to excuse me for some of my nervousness. Now, as far as me, I've been in the truth for about, like hard, studying and praying every day for about a little bit less than a year. And as far as knowing about, where I come from, my ancestors, knowing about the true Jews, it's about maybe 4 years now, 3-4 years. I got to thank the guy who I call my brother for that. He brought me into this truth, and shalom to him. Excuse the dogs barking. So this, most of you should know, are the books that were removed from this bad boy here. Now, this is the Don Dada. We're going to be mostly getting into this. I just wanted to show the people who may not know about the scriptures, the books that were taken out of the Holy Bible. Get yourself one of these. Again, excuse the dogs barking. We're mostly going to be in here. I'm going to be talking about I'm going to get into some Isaiah, Jeremiah, Chronicles, maybe a few Psalms, and we're going to end like that. I wanted this to be very brief, nothing crazy. Just going to get into a few scriptures here. Now let's start off with one of my favorites. I'm going to go into Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28 and 10. Excuse me, skipping through some things. Excuse my nervousness again. Isaiah 28 and 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. And again, it says that down here in 28 and 13. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. So when these Christians and these so-called Jews or Catholics, I don't even know the difference anymore, come to you and say that you're cherry picking the Bible, right? You can always come back to Isaiah 28:13 or 28:10, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. There's no such thing as cherry picking the Bible. They say that to discredit you or discourage you from this word and the truth that they do not want to admit. Now let's talk about what happened with us first, right? What happened with us is our ancestors, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they transgressed against the Most High. This is why we're in the state that we are now. And I can go into Deuteronomy chapter 28 to talk about the curses that Moses delivered onto us from the Most High. But I think I'll get into that in another video. I think I'm going to let's go to Isaiah 11 and 11. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. Right? That means, and I'm sure most of you know, we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. We're not all, we're everywhere. Us quote unquote black people, we are everywhere under the sun. There's nowhere you can walk that you can find one of our people, Hebrew Israelite people. Let me go to now, maybe 10 and 21. 10 and 21. And it talks about the remnant that will come back. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty God. For thou, 22, for thou, thy people, Israel, be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow the righteousness, which means a lot of our people, like I said, are waking up. A remnant shall return to this word. And many of us, as you can see, are waking up. There's a vigorous awakening right now. I met a brother, as a matter of fact, at one of my trainings in Manhattan. And I saw the tassels, and if it wasn't for the brother GDash, that's one of the guys that I watched, GDash The Prophet. Definitely check him out. I wouldn't have known this. Now, he talks about us. He makes a lot of movie breakdowns as far as our people, what our people represent in the movie. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have noticed that the brother was wearing Jewish tassels, and they were blue. And it says in the scriptures that we are to wear a border of blue on our garment. And he was wearing blue tassels. So I asked him, what's the tassels about, brother? He said, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, older guy. And I said, wow. And I shook his hand. I was like, wow, that's amazing. He asked me if I was as well. And I said, yeah. He said, what camp do you belong to? So on and so forth. And that's another conversation. I don't get too much into the camps and what have you. So let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah 33 and 7. I'm trying not to have this skip around too much, but as I said, this is my first video. You're gonna have to excuse me. Jeremiah 33 and 7. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and I will build them as at the first. This is exactly what's happening. There we go right here. The return of Israel and Judah. Northern tribe, southern tribe. We are meant to come back into this word. We're meant to love one another again, the way that we loved each other in Jerusalem. And this is exactly what's happening. Now, let's get into 24. Let's get into Jeremiah 24 and 6. It's amazing. 24 and 6. For I will set mine eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them and not pull them down, and I will plant them and not pluck them up. Excuse me. Isn't that not what's happening nowadays? The truth is coming out, people. Now you can either get with it or get lost. Sorry, wind kicked up. These so-called Jews know who we are. When you see when you walk past them, they don't even look in our faces. The ones that dress like the guys you see on Wall Street with the suit and tie and the the little hats. Some of them, they wear the yarmulkes. A lot of them wear the yarmulkes, but most of the time you see them with the hats on, the European hat on. It's not them. This word is not for them. These books, They don't belong to them. Let's get into 2 Chronicles. As a matter of fact, wait. Let's get into Jeremiah 25:4. See that. Let's go to that real quick. And the Lord hath sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened. This is what happened. We did not listen. Our ancestors did not listen, nor inclined your ear to hear. We did not listen. We did not hearken unto the Most High's words. When Moses came and read the curses out from Deuteronomy 28, we did not, our ancestors said, we will do anything that the Most High commands, but did not ultimately subdue themselves unto the Most High. Worship pagan gods, married interracially. We did not hearken. Let's go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus, and we're going to come back to Jeremiah. Let's go to Exodus 20 and 20. And Moses said unto the people, and this is us coming back again, fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before you, before your faces, and ye sin not. Saying that the Most High is going to come back, you're going to see his face. You know that he's real, so that you do not sin, that ye sin not. Okay? We transgressed against the Most High, and he gave us so many chances. Many, many, many chances to come back to his word. Even when we were in Egypt, when we were made captive, made servants in Egypt under Nebuchadnezzar, the Most High said that he would come back and destroy Egypt and bring us out safely. Okay? Let's go to a psalm. Let's go to Psalm 81. Excuse me. Let's go to Psalm 81. Where are we at? Losing it. Give me a second. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. I'm very new into this. The reason why I'm making these videos is exactly this. I get to study, and I get to bring the word, and now I have a reason to indulge myself more into this word. Now I have a reason. So you're going to have to forgive me. We're going to go to Psalm 81, 13, 14. Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways. I should soon have subdued their enemies and turned my hand against their adversaries. The Most High loves us, man. The Most High loved us and still does love us, and I'm going to prove that. I'm going to prove that. We're going to go through a couple more scriptures and we're going to shut it down. We're going to go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 41 and 8. I'm going to read to 14. The Most High loves us. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, slay us not, for we are treasures. Oh, I just got bit by a mosquito, Jesus. For we have treasures in the field of wheat and of barley and of oil and of honey. So he forbare and slew them not among their brethren. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast all the dead bodies of men, whom he had slain because of Gedaliah, was it which Asa the king had made fear us Baasha king of Israel. And Ishmael, the son of this mosquito's trying to get me, son of Nethaniah, filled it with them that were slain. Then Ishmael carried away the captive, all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the captain of the Nebuzar Adan, the captain of the guard, who committed to Gedaliah, the son of, I'm like reading through my phone, Nethaniah, carried them away captive, and departed to go over to the Ammonites. I might be reading the wrong scripture. Oh, it's not Isaiah 41:8. I apologize. It's not Jeremiah. It's Isaiah. Please forgive me, people. Please forgive me. Please be patient. This is why I'm making these videos, so that I can learn. It gives me a reason. And yes, this is where we go. I got it. We're good. We're good. We are good. Isaiah 41, and it shows Israel assured of God's help. (41:8). But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. The Most High loves us. The Most High loves us. And he has not thrown us away. He has not cast thee away. He has not thrown us off. We have come into slavery. We came into the land of our captivity, but we are not forgotten. 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, and I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. See that? The Most High loves us. The Most High loves us. We are the chosen people. And I'm gonna read a couple more scriptures. I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go to Jeremiah. For sure Jeremiah this time. We're definitely going to Jeremiah this time. 31 and 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, as yet they shall use this speech in the land of Judah and in the cities thereof, when I shall bring them again their captivity. The Lord bless thee, O habitation of justice, in the mountain of holiness. One more. I'm going to do 46 and 27. And then we're going to shut it down. Chapter 46, verse 27 here. But fear now not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel. For, behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. We will not be afraid of who we are. We will not be scared of our oppressors. Do not be afraid. Israel is comforted. Be not afraid in this land of our captivity, people. We are loved despite our many, many transgressions against the Most High, our many iniquities to the Most High. We are loved and we are not forgotten. Get back into these scriptures. Get into this word. I have a lot of work to do. And I hope that as I'm going on this journey that y'all are here with me. Grab this book. Get this because this is very important. I'm going to be getting into this in later days, in coming days. It's very important. And with that, I say shalom and stay strong. Like my boy, son of Israel, would say. Shalom and stay strong, people.